So, how was the weekend, Gunderson? Did you get a chance to try out the new toy?
Oh yeah, got that baby out on the highway. You should see those soccer moms scatter. Once I target the lasers, look out.
Man, I am so jealous. I've got to get myself a combat-ready Segway. Here I am, poking along at my Porsche 918 like a chump.
I'll hook you up with my Segway guy, Frankie. He's getting some new imports in from Latvia.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
I can have your attention, gentlemen.
Sorry, Mr. Linderson.
Henderson here was just asking
First
about...
on the agenda, as I'm sure you all know, we had to let Gunderson go. We all know what happened, and there's no further need to discuss it. We're finally getting some new blood to head up special projects and applications. Anderson here brought him aboard. Ms Brinderson, could you send him in?
Mr. Anderson, this is Mr. Linderson, Gunderson, Anderson.
And of course, this is Anderson.
Anderson? That's bound to cause some confusion.
Not at all. I've already decided that Anderson here will now be old Anderson, and young Anderson will be new Anderson.
Brilliant, Mr. Linderson.
Well, that's why my salary is 3,000 times yours. New Anderson, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I got my MBA in IT from GW down in DC. I wanted to be a CTO, so I interned at IBM, and then I was...
Excellent! We're glad to have you on the team. I'm sure that old Anderson here has filled you in on the requirements of your new department, what we expect from you, who in your department has the most fragile ego, who you can squash like a bug, etc., the usual.
Okay.
We'll put together a financial package for you once those sons of bitches in accounting get their heads out of their asses.
They've got more on the ball than those jerkwads in marketing.
Or those rat bastards in human resources.
Hey, now, watch it, newbie. Mrs. Henderson is a saint. What that woman's gone through.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I got my eye on you, newbie.
Growth. As you all know, we have an important project rollout coming up next quarter, and I'm expecting stunning reports from all of you, especially you, Henderson. Ha!
I've got those numbers you asked for, Mr. Linderson.
Splendid, Gunderson. What did the focus groups have to say, and more importantly, what didn't they have to say?
Well, during the last half of the previous quarter, we assembled multiple focus groups to gauge the effectiveness of the project vis-a-vis immediate efficiency to delayed gratification. Their result would provide the basis for an evaluation of the pros and cons, RE, success versus failure, in a practical environment.
Ah, yes. As my father used to say, throw it up against a wall and see who licks it. He was a wise man.
My old man always said, roll it into the barnyard and see if they squat. He had plain sense.
Excellent, Henderson.
I hate my father.
New Anderson, anything to contribute?
Tie it to the bumper and drive it to a crack house. My father managed a Blockbuster.
That's strike two, New Anderson. Let's get our heads back in the game, shall we?
I'm game if you are, boss. Right, Henderson?
I am so game. New Anderson?
Game on!
I'll allow it. Gunderson, the project rollout.
Well, sir, we know how important this project is to the company. We'll never capitalize on potential earnings without it. This affects the bottom line from the top down. Don't even dream about maximizing synergy.
Settle down, Gunderson. No need for a panic. What did the focus groups have to say?
It's not good, sir. says here that 28% of focus groups refuse to have anything to do with focus groups. 34% threaten the life of the moderator. And 40% threaten the life of his mother. We haven't seen such negative results like this since the dark days of Ot 3. And some of these comments, listen to this. Is this a joke? Who are you people? The sign up front said free puppies. Where's my puppy? Give me back my medication! It just goes on and on.
So the market research suggests
That people really hate market research. Honestly, sir, it's pretty ugly out there.
Well, that doesn't necessarily suggest a trend. We could be looking at a statistical anomaly here. A few aberrations are no reason to start bad-mouthing a tried and true system that's never let us down before.
The moderator for the downtown group was found stuffed in a dumpster. They fear he may lose a spleen.
Sure, but that's downtown. I wouldn't drown a kitten downtown. What does our man uptown say?
Missing since Thursday. We suspect he may have fled to Paramus. He's got a sister there.
Not Uptown Charlie.
So, Gunderson, any recommendations on how to salvage this stink bomb? Anything positive we can take away?
Well, sir, I believe it may be a question of branding. The term focus group can be seen as confusing and outdated. What does that even mean? Focus group. A group that focuses on something? That's just pure, nonsensical 20th century backwardism. Pure dumbthink.
Backwardism? Dumbthink?
My proposal is that we relaunch the focus group concept under a new brand. I call it Concentrated Masses. Trips off the tongue, doesn't it? It's got everything that focus groups already have, but more fresh and exciting. Concentrated Masses, the focus groups of tomorrow. They're what's for dinner.
I like it. I like it much.
I like it much also, sir.
Suck up. Now, old Anderson. Suck up is a worthy career goal for the likes of Henderson. Why, sucking up built this corporation as sure as it saved my marriage. And don't forget, you and I were once young suck-ups ourselves not that many years ago.
You're right, sir. I apologize, Henderson. You're one hell of a suck-up.
Thank you, sir. Coming from such a legendary suck-up such as yourself, that's quite an honor.
I hate to break up this suck-up lovin', but we still have the project rollout to consider. I would suggest...
Money!
It's the board. I have to take this. Suck up amongst yourselves.
Man, those lasers,
Yes,
you
really?
should see
That's
it.
quite a...
I can shoot
No,
a
no,
soccer
I
mom
understand.
from over 2 miles away.
Yes.
She's
Thank you.
running down the
Always
street.
sort
I
out.
just blow her smithereens.
Would she be in a minivan?
She might be in a minivan, but the missiles can take up the minivan too. It is amazing. Distance. Wow.
Gentlemen, I'm afraid the project rollout will have to be rolled back.
But sir, the project rollout's been on the agenda for the previous 5 quarters. What could possibly...
I thought it was just a rumor. But gentlemen, what I'm about to tell you does not leave this room. No one can know, not even your mistress, Gunderson.
Wow.
The board has been hammering out the details with the boys across the street, and it looks like there's going to be a repressed merger.
But, sir, but a repressed merger, that's just an old CEO's tale, isn't it?
Yes, it's a story. A story, I tell you. It has to be. Gunderson, I'm scared. Hold me.
Excuse me, but what exactly is a repressed merger? I'm not familiar with that terminology.
Back in the old days, we used to refer to it as pissing in the revenue stream. It's not something to take lightly. It can be a real growth killer.
But what is it?
I heard it's what happens when a leveraged buyout and a hostile takeover have a baby.
That's disgusting. That's against the laws of God and nature. How can the SEC allow such an abomination to exist?
Gentlemen, calm down. It's nothing of the sort. A repressed merger is simply the result of a paradigm shift when quarterly dividends exceed projected losses, but are still within expected parameters. I don't think I can make it any plainer than that.
Oh, of course, when you put it like that, it's as clear as can be. Now I feel silly getting all worked up like that.
That's it! I can't take any more of this nonsense. You people are insane.
What's the meaning of this, New Anderson? Explain yourself.
All this Orwellian gobbledygook you've been spouting, it's meaningless.
Calm down, New Anderson.
No, don't think, backwardism, those aren't even real words. And it's not just me. I don't think any of you understand what you're talking about either. Do you?
Sit down, New Henderson. You're making a fool of yourself.
I can prove it. Do any of you, any one of you, know what this corporation does? What product does it make? What service does it provide? How can you even justify its existence? I knew it. None of us has understood a single word that's been said here today. And I'm the only one that can admit it. You're all afraid to.
See here, New Anderson,
Oh, shut up! I'm not New Anderson. I'm not even Anderson. I'm part of a loosely organized radical anarchist gathering of like-minded individuals dedicated to bringing down the 1%. And maybe even the 2 or 3% if we're lucky. We're still working that out.
Oh, God, you're not one of those Occupy people, are you?
Please. Those posers, we were operating long before those wannabes showed up, stealing our slogans and business models. Upstarts, well, I've eaten more pepper spray than they've had hot meals. No. We were here first. We call ourselves Preoccupy.
So, what do you want with us?
Our mode was to infiltrate your ranks and gather intel on your organizations. See? I've been taping this entire meeting. Get off me.
Anti-corporate activists using technology manufactured by the very people you rail against. Just another hypocrite.
Not at all. This tape recorder, made of hemp. Hand-stitched. Took 5 years.
Wow, that stuff is really versatile.
So what happens now?
Now I take this recording as proof that you big shots with your billion-dollar salaries have no idea what you're doing or saying. You're completely useless to society.
Oh, Lord, he's right. Our lives are meaningless. There's only the void. The void!
And who will listen to you? The public couldn't care less.
We'll see what the readers of my blog have to say about that. Sure, I may only have 4 followers now, but those numbers will only grow.
I'm afraid we can't take that chance. We're going to have to feed you to the wildebeest.
Feed me to the wildebeest? Is that another one of your stupid euphemisms? What does that even mean? You gonna freeze my credit?
No, it means we're going to feed you to wildebeest. They're in the conference room. Anderson, if you would.
Well, at least that one makes sense.
Now, if there's no further business to discuss, I'm going to adjourn this meeting. Oh, one last thing. This year's bonuses will only be $500 million as opposed to the usual $1 billion. Thanks, Obama.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, Henderson, I gave your mom a repressed merger last night.
Oh, cut it out, Gunderson.
Ah, yes, the system works.